Hello everyone, it's me Uncle John. Today I am going to read Harry Potter, The Sorcerer's Stone, Chapter 3, The Letters from No One. The escape of the Brazilian boa constrictor earned Harry his longest ever punishment. By the time he was allowed out of his cupboard again, the summer holidays had started and Dudley had already broken his new video cam, crashed his remote control airplane, and first time out on his racing bike, and knocked down old Mrs. Fig as she crossed a private drive on her crutches. Harry was glad school was over, but there was no escaping Dudley's gang, who visited our house every single day. The Pyres, Denise, Malcolm, and Gordon were all big and stupid, but as Dudley was the biggest and stupidest of the lot, he was the leader. The rest of them were all quite happy to join in Dudley's favorite sport, Harry hunting. This was why Harry spent as much time as possible out of the house, wandering around and thinking about the end of the holidays, where he could see a tiny ray of hope. When September came, he would be going off to secondary school, and for the first time in his life, he would be with Dudley. Dudley had been accepted at Uncle Vernon's old private school, Smeltings. Pyres, Polkis was going there too. Harry, on the other hand, was going to Stonewall High, the local public school. Dudley thought this was very funny. They stuffed people's heads down the toilet. The first day at Stonewall, he told Harry. "Want to come upstairs and practice?" "No thanks," said Harry. "The poor toilets never had anything as horrible as your head down it. It might be sick." Then he ran before Dudley could work out what he said. One day in July, Aunt Petunia took Dudley to London to buy his Smeltings uniform, leaving Harry at Mrs. Fig's. Mrs. Fig wasn't as bad as usual. It turned out she had broken her leg tripping over one of her cats, and she didn't seem quite as fond of them as before. She let Harry watch TV and gave him a bit of chocolate cake that tasted as though she'd had it for several years. That evening, Dudley paraded around the living room for the family in his brand new uniform. Smeltings boys wore maroon tailcoats, orange knickerbockers, and flat straw hats called borders. They also carried knobbly sticks used for hitting each other while the teachers weren't looking. This was supposed to be good training for later life. As he looked at Dudley in his new knickerbockers, Uncle Vernon said gruffly that it was the proudest moment of his life, and Petunia burst into tears and said she couldn't believe it was her ickle Dudley Kins. He looked so handsome and grown up. Harry didn't trust himself to speak. He thought two of his ribs might already have cracked from trying not to laugh. The end.